Today we have info on homeless people being paid to pick up trash in California. A Utah student is arrested after a nuclear threat. Apple Music named new NFL partner of Super Bowl halftime show, National Snack Day, and so much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Lily Fowler and a sports update with Sawyer Hughes.
Today is Friday, September 23rd, 2022.
We're live from Studio H12 in the Shroyer Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Welcome back. I'm Amber Filia.
And I'm Ian Reardon, and these are your top stories for today.
Canada could see the strongest storm to ever hit its coast this weekend. Hurricane Fiona is set to sideswipe Bermuda in the coming hours and then slam Canada in the Saturday morning. The Category 3 storm was about 1,200 miles from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Thursday morning. The area is already bracing for impact. Officials are warning of damaging winds, life-threatening storm surges, heavy rainfall, and prolonged power outages.
Mexican authorities find 110 migrants crammed inside an unventilated truck. Immigration officials say the truck was bound for the United States. The group included 96 Guatemalans, 7 Ecuadorians, 5 Salvadorans, and 2 Hondurans. The migrants were taken to an immigration center where authorities gave them water, food, and medical attention.
There was a recent surgery where doctors found dozens of batteries in a 66-year-old woman's colon and stomach. Doctors initially decided to wait in hopes that she would pass the batteries out of her body naturally. Though she released 5 AA batteries in the first week, subsequent x-rays showed that most were still stuck inside, and the woman began experiencing an abdominal pain. After realizing that her distended stomach was hanging above the pubic bone due to the weight of the batteries, surgeries cut into her abdomen and successfully removed 46 of them.
The Food and Drug Administration has offered Americans some food for thought. It's a bad idea to use NyQuil as a chicken marinade. The federal agency felt obligated to issue the warning in light of a social media challenge encouraging people to cook chicken in NyQuil and other cough medicine. The FDA's release notes that the idea of cooking chicken in cough syrup is, quote, silly and unappetizing, end quote, but it is also potentially dangerous. Boiling a medication can make it much more concentrated and change its properties in other ways. Even if you don't eat the chicken, inhaling the medication's vapors while cooking could cause high levels of the drug to enter your body. It could also hurt your lungs.
A Florida deputy is dead after a hit and run on a construction site. Now police are trying to find the man they say was behind the wheel. It happened on a highway in Clearwater. Police say Deputy Michael Hartwick was working Thursday night when Victor Vaquez Real, a member of the construction crew, hit the 51-year-old deputy with a forklift, killing him instantly. He ran off after he told another worker what happened. That worker was arrested for accessory for hiding Vasquez Real's vest and helmet in the woods. Hartwick was a 19-year-old veteran with the department.
A white woman who called 911 on a black bird watcher has lost her discrimination case. Investment firm Franklin Templeton fired Amy Cooper after video of the incident went viral. It tweeted that it would not tolerate racism. The video showed Cooper walking her dog in New York's Central Park in 2020. The man asked her to follow a rule about leashing the animal, and she told police he was threatening her. She sued her former employer over her termination, but a judge has ruled her dismissal was legal.
The National Football League announced Apple Music as its new Super Bowl halftime show partner on Thursday. The NFL says the partnership is a multi-year deal. It comes after Pepsi, which was the partner of the halftime show for the last 10 years, announced in May that it would be ending its deal with the NFL. Apple Music's first halftime show will take place during Super Bowl 57 on February 12th in Glendale, Arizona. The performers have yet to be announced.
A University of Utah student was arrested Wednesday for allegedly threatening to detonate a nuclear reactor if the school's football team lost its game. 21-year-old Meredith Miller, an engineering student at the university in Salt Lake City, is accused of posting the threat on the social media platform Yik Yak before the team's game against San Diego State last Saturday. She now faces a charge of making a terroristic threat, which is a second-degree felony. Miller reportedly said her post was meant as a joke, but authorities said it still carries the same charge and is a good reminder for students to be careful of what they post. University of Utah leaders issued a statement Thursday saying the school has a zero-tolerance policy for those kinds of threats. Miller has since been released from the Salt Lake City jail.
And now let's check on our weather. Lily, what can you tell us?
Today will feature the hottest temperatures of the week. Look for some plenty of sunshine with very hot and humid conditions. Most locations will see 90s on the thermometer with mid-90s possible in the valley. The humidity will bring heat index numbers up to the upper 90s to near 100, so stay tuned for a 7-day forecast and look at our storm weather radar right after this break.
That sounds awful. Seriously, awful. But a lot better than last week.
We weren't born to follow.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthal, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
We are Cleveland Ford.
Welcome back. I'm Lily Fowler with your weather. Here's your weather at a glance for today. It is currently 54 degrees out with a high of 76 and a low of 51 with precipitation of just 1%. The wind will be at 8 miles per hour with humidity of 74% and a dew point of 46 degrees. Pressure will be 30 inches with a visibility of 10 miles and a UV index of 0. Tropical Depression 9 has formed in the Central Caribbean Sea Friday morning. The National Hurricane Center says 9 is about 615 miles southeast of Jamaica, the winds reaching 35 miles per hour. The storm is expected to strengthen to a tropical storm and into a hurricane by the end of the week. Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, and Florida are expecting to see impacts from the storm early next week. Now let's take a look at our national radar. There will be rain scattered across the middle of the states and up into the Canada border. And here's your local radar. There will be clear skies all throughout. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. On Friday, it'll be sunny with a high of 76 and a low of 51. On Saturday, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 80 and a low of 59. On Sunday, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 79 and a low of 55. On Monday, it'll be sunny with a high of 76 and a low of 48. On Tuesday, it'll be sunny with a high of 72 and a low of 47. On Wednesday, it'll be sunny with a high of 71 and a low of 46. And on Thursday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 72 and a low of 47. That is all I have for your weather. Here's Sawyer with your sports report.
Today we have some college football recaps, Mike Trout's injury return unknown, and more about this break.
You can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the king come banging on your chest. You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You could talk to God, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks. You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself. Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
We are Cleveland Ford.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day, after day, after day.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. You're the one who misrepresented the facts.
Are you kidding?
Your proposal's ludicrous.
My proposal will go exactly the way I say it will.
My dead body.
I think somebody needs a timeout.
Oh, that's the power of one.
Civility. Pass it on.
One grain of sand can turn the tide.
Welcome back. I'm Sorry Hughes with the sports. 2 weeks earlier, Mike Trout had been placed on the injured list because of back spasms, an injury the team said should not keep him out long. Further testing later revealed that the condition was far more severe than back spasms. It was controvertible dysfunction at the T5 vertebra. He said the club had to have some concern that Trout would be out long term. Frusted did not exactly say that Trout would be diminished whenever he returned from his uncommon injury, but people certainly inferred as much. Carson Wentz did his best this week to, quote, try not to make the game bigger than it needs to be, end quote. But the more he talked, the more he tried to conceal his emotions. The more the reality of this game became obvious. A year and a half after the Philadelphia Eagles traded him, the 29-year-old Wentz will face his old team for the first time on Sunday afternoon. Who's once an NPB candidate in Philly, they're no doubt quarterback of the future. Now he's trying to resurrect his career with the Washington Commanders, his third team in 3 years. JT Daniels threw a 203 yards and a touchdown to lead West Virginia to a 33-10 win over Virginia Tech on Thursday night. Freshman C.J. Donaldson rushed for 106 yards, and West Virginia got a strong performance from its defense to win its second straight game after losing the first two. West Virginia coach Neil Brown said, quote, I felt great about our preparation coming in, and this is one of the toughest venues to come in and play. I felt really good. This is something that we've been thinking about for a long time once we found out this was going to be a Thursday night game. I thought we played fast. We were really physical, end quote. Jacob Brissett threw 2 touchdown passes. Nick Chubb ran for a score, and the Cleveland Browns bounced back after the epic meltdown against the Jets last week by finishing off their rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, 29-17 on Thursday night. Quote, we had the right men in that room to be able to get past it, end quote, Brissett said. I think we answered that call. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. The guys answered the bell. Mitch Trubisky and the Steelers' stagnant offense showed signs of life in the first half, but bogged down by a productive Browns defense after halftime, punting on their first 3 possessions while gaining just 54 yards. That's all I have for sports. Stay tuned for more news after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
It's like walking around, Amber. Yeah. Well, that'll help you because you're staying straight, you know? So you
Thank you.
Kindness. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Hey
guys, this is Austin with Let's Bounce Rental. We're here to provide a quality inflatable for a great price. We have over 17 that's available, and we are easy to book and hassle-free, so you will never go wrong with getting a party done by Let's Bounce Rental. We're always here to provide a great service.
Our crew is dedicated to make sure your equipment arrives on time, set up properly, and without any hassle. Our job is to make sure you have access to the best inflatables so you can have the most fun possible at any event. Whether it's a school event, church gathering, or birthday party, we have the equipment for you. The best part is that we are a locally owned company. We pride ourselves on making sure our customers are taken care of. So the next event you have, plan for success with Let's Bounce Rental. Call us today at 423-435-4311 or reach us by email or website. Thank you.
Dancing.
Yeah, like a Motley Crue thing.
Welcome back. A man and woman are facing child neglect and drug charges after a young boy was found in the backseat of a car in Powell, where the two were suspected to have an overdose. The deputies from the Knox County Sheriff's Office reported to the parking lot of East Tennessee Children's Hospital Urgent Care Emory Center for a reported overdose shortly after 7 p.m. on Tuesday, September 20th. According to the arrest report, a 911 call said that a man and woman were overdosing with a small child in the vehicle's back seat in the parking lot. Skull fractures, brain bleeding, swelling, found in death of Manchester babies when authorities arrived.
Hurricane Fiona made landfall along Puerto Rico's southwest coast Sunday, knocking power out to the entire island. More than 2 feet of rain fell in some areas, with homes and roads destroyed by floodwaters. When disaster strikes, the American Red Cross is there to help, and the Tennessee region of the Red Cross is already in gear. Sherry McKinney, the Regional Communications Director for the Red Cross Tennessee region, says that some of their staff members are already in Puerto Rico.
Virginia Jenny Thomas has agreed to an interview with the House Select Committee investigating the Capitol insurrection. A source close to the committee says Thomas, the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, will be interviewed in the coming weeks. Thomas's attorney says his client wants to clear up any misconceptions about her work relating to the 2020 election. Thomas reportedly communicated with Trump White House officials and leaders in swing states about effort to overturn the election results. She has been openly critical of the House committee investigating the riots.
North Carolina is one step closer to hosting the World University Games in 2027. On Tuesday, Governor Roy Cooper signed a proclamation officially expressing the state's desire and ability to host the Games. The event is the second largest international athletic competition after the Olympics and would feature 7,000 athletes from over 150 countries. Cooper estimated the economic impact at up to $370 million for his state. The other finalist is Chungcheong in South Korea.
The Erlanger Health System Board of Trustees began the process Thursday to convert the acute care side of Erlanger North Hospital in Red Bank to a 48-bed behavioral health hospital. The board voted to approve a joint venture between Erlanger and Acadia Healthcare that would allow Erlanger Behavioral Health, which itself is already a joint venture between the two, to lease the North Hospital. The renovations are expected to cost between $9 and $10 million. Erlanger will invest up to $2 million, and Acadia will pay for the remaining costs.
Jacqueline Moyer is pushing for the book Looking for Alaska by John Green to be pulled from the shelves of Secaucus County High School's library, citing racy language and sexually explicit content. Moyer said, quote, "There is a particular passage where it comes off as an instruction manual on sexual encounters," end quote. Courtney Head, another parent of 2 students at the school, said, quote, "No, I would not have any problem with my kids reading that book. If kids don't get exposure to that, then they don't have the opportunity to possibly learn from it," end quote. A 5-person committee consisting of a student, parent, teacher, librarian, and the principal will decide if the book should be removed.
A 15-year-old student was arrested after assaulting an SRO outside of the Brainerd Recreation Center, Chattanooga police say. Video from CPD shows the incident. CPD says the SRO from Brainerd High School was called to the center to break up a reported fight. The fight was over when that officer arrived, but when the SRO tried questioning the students, CPD says the 15-year-old girl pushed past the SRO and began assaulting him, striking him several times in the face. The struggle, the SRO managed to get under control and take her into custody, CPD says.
Chattanooga police say 3 teenage boys have been arrested and charged in connection with the shooting. Police revealed that the man who was shot died from his injuries. They say the woman who was shot has been released from the hospital. 2 of the boys police arrested are 16 and 1 is 17. Police did not release their names. The CPD release says all 3 are charged with first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and especially aggravated robbery.
San Diego is bringing back a program that cleans the streets and helps those down on their luck. The initiative pays homeless individuals to pick up trash is back in the downtown area. Jasmine Ramirez speaks with the organization leading the efforts about how Cash for Trash is a win-win for the community.
An opportunity to contribute to the cleanliness and overall environment around their surroundings.
Cash for Trash is helping those who are living on the streets while also making the streets a cleaner place. The Lucky Duck Foundation's program gained traction fast, even attracting national attention. Participants picked up more than 44 tons of trash during a 4-month pilot program. With so much success, they decided to bring it back. People are paid $2 for each trash bag they collect.
So many of them would say, you know, this might not sound like a lot of money, but it goes a long way. I can get an MTS pass, or I can buy some Band-Aids, or go, cover co-pays for prescription medications.
The concept is even boosting morale within the homeless community.
It gave folks a common enemy. That common enemy was the trash. And so they had that to sort of rally around, and you started to see some just improved attitudes and demeanors and behaviors.
We're gonna do all of San Diego. We're gonna do all of downtown. We're gonna take over, cleaning up, yay!
The program is meeting twice a week in the mornings at 16th and Commercial Streets downtown. The Cash for Trash program will be happening every Monday and Thursday until at least the end of this year.
Today is National Snack Stick Day, which encourages you to pack your pockets, backpacks, and desk drawers with yummy snack sticks. Kick back and chew on your favorite snack stick. Raise a toast to all those who set out to satisfy their taste buds of tradition. Bring extras to share with coworkers or classmates. It's not a celebration unless there's a crowd. You can also share your favorite combinations and recipes. Where's your favorite place to stash them from an emergency snack? We know because we do it too. Share your favorite flavor using hashtag National Snack Stick Day on social media.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
You'll also find more online at our website, bchs.tv.
Please remind your friends to like, subscribe, and share on our YouTube channel, BCHS Bear Network.
Tune in each weekday for our newscast. Just can't get enough Fox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 in the Shroyer Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School.
From all of us with Vox News, thank you for watching.
We hope you have a splendid day.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.